Hello and welcome to another episode of Vartalab Season 1. Vartalab is the platform for voicing thoughts, creating solutions, nurturing a free space for ideas, imagination, and inspiration. And for this online series of Vartalab, we aim at popularizing the emerging career options amongst our students and into our culture. At the current situation of pandemic, when the entire situation is at unrest, the economy is haywire, financial literacy has grown utmost importance. The one who is financial literate, the one who can calculatively invest, spend, and expenses and savings is the one who can have a safe spot in the post-pandemic period. To understand more about the stock market and get a more about financial literacy, we are in conversation with Darshan Herpara. He is an alumnus of MSU BBM. He is a proprietary trader by profession, a financial strategist, and the founder of Trading Mantras. He has successfully hosted more than 1,000 webinars and have provided literacy on the topic of finance to more than 1,700 individuals in past 1 year. We are more than delighted to have him for this episode of Vartalab Season 1. Thank you so much, Darshan, for joining us today.
Hey Noshava, thank you for having me here. It's an amazing opportunity for me to give you an idea about the stock market and its world. And among the people, youngsters, there is a myth about the stock market, right? It's something like gambling and stuff. So we'll try to clear those dust out of from
Of
those
course,
minds.
of course. We are more than delighted to have you, Darshan. So thank you so much. Darshan, like you said, and you brought to the notice the very core substance of the thing, the notion that surrounds the stock market and the entire structure, that it is very, very similar to gambling. People often get confused between two terms. So, could you just help us brush up all our queries on that thing?
So whenever we think about of a stock market, basically, right? We imagine picture like a man who is sitting with a black blazer, sitting in front of multiple screens of
Right.
multiple screens of computer and laptops, surrounding over there, right? So multiple charts and trading screens were opened over there, right? So lots of uh, having a lots of even the surrounding tables, papers, right? Heavy expression on his face. I hope you understand, you are getting my point, right? So I know that's why we think that markets are a gamble, because we created an basically imaginary picture of an trader or investor. So in reality, if we talk about reality, the stock market is not that difficult as we used to think. Because if you want to say, let's suppose you want to buy a smartphone, right? The people will do lot of research and ask even 5 people about it, right? And spend hours and hours, and suddenly they want to buy a stock. Some friend said somewhere that the stock will go up and buy it. And and how important it is in 2 seconds. In like, I mean why is that behavior so different, right? You buy a smartphone, you put in so much of research inside out. It's weird completely, and I don't know why, the reason behind why it's behind it is, but most of the people behave like that,
Yeah,
right? I don't know the reason. It's
of
weird,
course,
right?
of
So
course.
if I tell you about, even if I tell you right now to buy a stock, you might actually buy it, right? So the odds of happening there are quite high without doing any research, right? So anything in a life, performing without knowing is a gambling. Even you will burn your
Yeah,
hands, every time when you try to gamble with your wealth or even health, right?
of course. So, like you said, that one who has a perfect knowledge about the thing and then he enters into investing, then it makes a stock market. But the one who is illiterate about the financial substances, the core ethics, and he just like moves into the thing, it then makes a gamble.
Perfect, right.
Right. So, Darshan, with that, there is another thing. Like it is often said, very promoted notion: higher risk, higher the profits. Is it necessarily true thing or not?
uh, you know Risk taking has returned to the market, when the newspapers start writing about it. Lots of newspapers and media channels and business channels start talking about it. So we are not amazed to read what a leading business really had to write today. The headline reads like that, invest in high risk assets to get a high returns, right? So we agree that most of the investors have grown up on this philosophy, right? That the taking high and that taking high investment risk will earn them the high return. After all, that's the reason people speculate on the on risky derivatives. Derivatives is just a part of the stock market, right? So just because they have been advised that high risk equals to high return, well, it's if that was really so, legends like Warren Buffett and Peter Link wouldn't have been as well known as they are now, right? They are successful investors, have made their entire fortune,
Right.
also of their clients, obviously investing in least risky asset. They have made a fortune by investing in a very least risky asset. So then there are countless other examples like that. So remember, if you remember only Link's famous quote, never invest in idea you cannot illustrate within crayon, right? So well, this doesn't mean that you should only go for investing in a very simple business, right? Or investing or trading, right? So which means if you must invest in a company only if you are able to paint a picture of both the importance of a business and why it will succeed, right? So if you do not have a good understanding of why company will thrive, you most likely will not recognize the signs that it may fail. Obviously it may fail, right? So some also holds true within investment classes as well. If you have a trouble understanding the working of derivatives, that's a part of a stock market, right? Or the risk associated with them, better stay out. Taking high risk to earn high returns might instead lead you to the financial ruin, right? So do you believe that is it actually like that? No, obviously.
It's not. It's not.
Right.
Definitely. Darshan, most of our viewers, most of the people who would be seeing this video, would be people of our college, would be people who are currently studying, who are students. So one thing that they're very keen in understanding, they're very keen to know is there a proper systematic manner if someone has to enter into stock market as a career option? Like, is there a proper step-by-step series of procedures, something like that, right after education at like undergraduate level, something like that?
The best way to learn finance is to investing into the stock market. Actually, you keep tracking stocks, you will know about the promoters, you know about the cash flows, debt, how operations of the company affects its stocks, right? You will know about, once you invest your money into the stock market, you will automatically keep tracking your stocks, because you care about your hard earned money savings, right? So
Right.
you learn 10 times more than doing MBA just by putting your money into stock market, right? So someone just invest in random stocks way back, let's say back 30 years before, right? Sitting on right now there are someone who have invested in a random stock previous, back before 30 years before, right? They're sitting on 500 1000 crores liquid cash right now. So it's just a purely a luck. Otherwise it work 1 out of million%, but then it's very tough to be 1 out of a million, right? So
Yes.
there is a stupid amount of luck required to be that 1 in a million, right? So MBA doesn't make any sense for me for finance. Even I have not done that actually. I'm just in double graduate, right? So MBA make sense to grow build a network basically, right? So I mean I look at it more like that. I don't know if you are going to learn business and finance in an MBA, right? I think you can learn more by working in a startup. If you want to learn, even if for a business, or if you want to learn a business or want to learn a finance, right? I think you can learn more by working in a startup or investing or in investing in a stock than you will
Right.
learn in MBA, right? So MBA is good way to network basically.
Totally. So, another thing, Darshan, like, is there any situation, or is there any way out of which, Darshan, people could make gains or profits even in a situation when the stock market is going down, when the economy is going down?
Yes,
Is there a
obviously.
particular way like that?
Right, and there is a two-way. I think many people are not, and most of the people are not knowing about this thing. You can even make a money when the stock is falling down, rather than buying the stock at the first place and selling at the second place. Obviously, you can make money when the stock is rising up, but many people doesn't know about this thing. We call it as a short selling. It's a term, short selling, right? SHORTSELLING, selling, right? So it's something like you sell at the first place. We do exactly opposite of the first case. The first case is you expect stock to rise, so you buy at you buy now and you sell afterwards when it already goes up, right? Now
Right.
in the second case, there is an opposite situation. You expect to stock to fall down. You are expecting the stock to fall down, right? Now how you can make money out of it? You can do exactly opposite of the first case, right? So you sell first. Now you wonder how you can sell first, even you do not have any stock at the first place, right? Yeah, you can do it, right? So why I'll tell you how. So you can sell at the first place, right, and buy at the second place. So what is it is like, you have to complete your transaction. Basically, what is a transaction? Buying and selling. One buy, one sell makes a complete transaction, right? So
Right.
you have to complete your transaction. Doesn't matter, system doesn't know what you are doing first. System doesn't care about what you are doing first, whether you are buying first or selling first, doesn't matter, right? So if you are selling first at, let's suppose, 100 rupee and you are buying back at 90 rupee, right? So the difference 10 rupee would not be a loss, it would be a profit, considering that you have made a sell first and you have bought a stock at 90. So basically you are completing your transaction, right? You are selling at 100 and you are buying at 90. So in a way the rule is already satisfied, right? That you need to complete a transaction no matter what. You have sold the stock first and bought it back at 90. So you made a profit even when the stock market is falling down, even when the stock is falling down, right? So we have made a huge amount of profits, let's say, that's what, right? When the stock market was crashing, right? When this between the stock market was crashing, right? We haven't we are not that lucky to grab each and every opportunity when the markets were crashing, but yeah, we have we managed to capture one fall, one good fall, right? So it's like that.
Definitely.
You can even make money, yes, it's true, when the stock market is falling down.
Right. Well, I guess that would be very helpful to all the viewers and to everyone, to myself as well, because usually it is believed that if the market is going down, you are supposed and you are expected to just make losses and you couldn't just even survive into the situation. But I think that would be really helpful in this situation. Thank you so much, Darshan, for that. Now, Darshan, the entire thing right now at the moment, this entire pandemic period, it has made the entire economy go downhill, right? So stock market is growing immense popularity because of the reason that people want to earn money and they want to earn it in the easiest manner possible. They want to earn it while they are at homes. So what do you think? What are the bigger opportunities that stock market could have post pandemic period?
Talking about the post-pandemic, if we see that the world markets, even the Indian markets, are par to par before, when it was just, before this pandemic, right? So stock market has obviously crashed, 3-4 months back, but it just again, got an V-shaped recovery if we talk about the same. So it's the same thing, right? Nothing changed. It's just an bad part of an year, right? Stock market is almost at all-time high today, near to all-time high. I will not tell you about the, just an all-time high. It's near to all-time high. Stock were multiplied 600 1000% within this 6 months, right? So you always have an opportunity when the stock market is crashing down, right? People are withdrawing money actually when stock market is crashing, right? They think like they will lose money and it will become zero, right? No, not, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work like that.
Yes.
You always have to see an opportunity, a golden opportunity, when the markets are crashing, right? Market will crash once in a decade. You will get a chance once in a decade to buy the stocks at 60, 70, 80% discounts. Getting my point?
Hmm.
So right now, even if you start investing, right, or trading right now, you just get the technical know-how and just start with the very basics, right? You don't need to put your all of your wealth at one go. You just start, putting a small part every month, right? Like there is a SIP, right, systematic investment plan. If you do not have a knowledge, if you do not want to know how this is to be done, you just do a mutual fund, right? That is what we call a SIP, right? So that's an, if thing in a SIP, what is that exactly? You put in, some part of your savings. Let's suppose 2000, 1000, or 5, even 500, right? You put in 500 every month inside a SIP, right? Just find out which are the, best SIP in the stock market, right? And you just start doing a SIP every month, and that's the best thing. That's what we call a dollar cost averaging, right? Whether the markets are up, whether the markets are down, you have to do the SIP every day, every month, I mean, no matter whether it's a crash or markets are at high. We do not have to consider that, because SIP is something where the highly educated professionals are managing your money, right? They're managing, in 1,000 crores of funds at a time. So you actually do not have to worry about your funds. You are in the safe hands. But yeah, again, it's stock market. No one can give you a guarantee. But if we take an example of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, right? He's in king of a good time, right? Made a huge fortune just from investing, right? So
Right, definitely. Thank you so much, Darshan. That have been very, very helpful to us to understand the thing about the stock market. Before we quickly wrap up this video, one last question: what is that piece of advice we'd like to give to aspiring students who wish to make a career into stock market, or to all our students at BBA who wish to, carve a full-time career as a trader or as a financial strategist?
okay, so if you want to pursue a stock market as a part-time career, right? So let's talk about it. If you do not want to want to learn a finance, right? If you do not want to learn a finance, just do invest in mutual funds or SIP, right? Systematic investment plans, right? That's what you can do along with your job. If you are interested in something else, if you are a marketing person, salesperson, right, you can do a SIP, right, all the way 10, 15, 20 years, right? Let me just give you my example. My father was started a SIP in 1992 around, right? So we have just a liquid before 5 years we have liquidated those SIP, right? He was just having a 500, 1000 per month in the last years, right, every month. Yeah. So we have liquidated, and using those funds we have bought a house, made a furniture and stuff, right? So you do not even realize that if you're putting 500 every month, 1000 every month, how much it will make a difference at the end of 25 years, 30 years. I'm getting my point. Right. So they can do, the people who do not want to learn this thing, they can just do a SIP. That's the best way to be in the market without learning the market, right? Now, talking about a part-time career in the stock market, you can be a stock trader, or just a day trader, intraday trader, or a stock broker. Yes, stock broker can be also done in a part-time, as in part-time career. Do not need to be actually having an office, or do not have to having an actually the assets and the office and stuff, because nowadays there's the main broker is providing you all the stuff which you need, right? You just have to find out the clients and give them the actual advice they want, right? Just try to give them a good advice, only then they will stay with you. Otherwise the full-time career in the stock market is you can be a stock market analyst, stock market advisor, right? Equity analyst, there's a derivative analyst, hedge fund manager, which is a big thing. It's a big thing now. Hedge fund manager, mutual fund manager, likewise I told you, they are managing the people wealth in crores and crores, thousands and crores, right? You can be a risk analyst, right? Market researcher, investment advisor, technical analyst, fundamental analyst, right? Or in financial strategies who always make strategies about the stock market, how to make things works in the stock market.
Definitely. Clearly, Darshan, like stock market is not very confined to a particular trading department. It's very, very, very vast and very versatile as a profession. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Darshan, for joining us for today's episode of Vartalab Season 1. You have helped us understand and you have brushed off a lot of our queries and a lot of our doubts on the thing of finance and on the thing of stock market and how the thing actually works in the real market world. So thank you so much for joining us. Special mention, I'd like to thank Dharya Shah, who had helped us to formulate the questions. He's another student of MSU BBA, and he has helped us to formulate the questions for today's interview, and it couldn't have been possible otherwise. And thank you to all the people who are watching this video. I hope it was equally insightful for you as it was for us, and I hope that this entire knowledge on stock market has been very valuable for you to proceed and make a career out of it if you are aspiring for it. So thank you so much. Till the next episode comes, let the curiosity be burning. Keep thinking, keep inspiring, stay at homes and stay safe. Thank you so much.